So I'm incredibly pleased to say that the second Sonic the Hedgehog movie is just pure class. They did such a good job with this movie. They made it bigger, better, and bolder than the previous one, and I just cannot wait to see what on earth is going to happen next with this fantastic franchise. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Lifestyle Critic. I hope you're having a brilliant day. So in this video we are going to be reviewing Sonic the Hedgehog the Movie 2, which is a sequel to Paramount's incredibly successful first Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and this time they've created something that is even more video game faithful. So many elements and aspects from the video game series have been inserted into this movie, which has just made it so brilliant, but at the same time they have tried to do their own thing with it as well, which is really cool. And I am a massive Sonic the Hedgehog super fan, so I was a little bit apprehensive going into this movie, but actually they totally won me over. I absolutely loved all of the fan service that they had in this movie and so many Easter eggs that you can spot as a fan in this film. I will be doing a separate video where I'll be listing all of the things that maybe you missed in the second Sonic movie, and I just cannot wait to break it all down with you in this movie review. So the storyline in this movie picks up directly from the end of the first film. So the Robotnik character is still stuck in Mushroom Planet. However, he then comes across the Knuckles the Echidna character, and the two of them escape back into Earth to try to defeat Sonic once and for all. Meanwhile, on Earth, Sonic is becoming a bit of a vigilante and is trying to save all of the residents in Green Hills, but then realizes that actually he has a lot to learn, and then teams up with the awesome Tails character, and the two of them are against Robotnik and Knuckles as they are both racing and chasing to try and find the Master Emerald, and the film then explores which team is going to win and whether or not Sonic and Tails can prevent Eggman's master plans of total world domination. Now, from a positive point of view, this movie is just so fun, very enjoyable for people of all ages. I feel like it's such a wicked family comedy movie and really does have a wicked adventure aspect to it. On that point, a lot of inspiration being taken from the Sonic Adventure game, which is easily one of the best Sonic games ever created, and it's really nice to see a lot of scenes actually from that video game taking place in this movie. Really cool. And there are loads of new characters being introduced in this film, and they integrate so seamlessly with all of the existing characters and with this world that they are creating. On that point, there is so much nostalgia from all of the video games in this movie, which is really cool. But like I said, at the same time, they are really successful in doing their own brand new thing. So I feel like they integrate old and new so well. And this movie is just so hilarious. There are certain characters that are literally going to have you laughing out loud, as their performances are just absolutely incredible. All of Eggman's technology in the video games, it is really extravagant. So I was a little bit unsure as to whether or not, they were going to get the big Eggman boss type things in this movie, but they do such a good job of actually including all of that in here. A lot of Eggman's robotic henchmen, a lot of them are actually featured in this movie. A lot of them are chasing after all of these anthropomorphic characters, and all of those sequences look so fantastic. Like I said, so many Easter eggs from all of the cartoons and the comic books and the video games, all included in this wicked movie, and I will be breaking it all down for you in a separate Easter eggs video. However, from a negative point of view, the Master Emerald is actually really massive in certain video games, whereas this time it is a lot smaller in size. And also I feel like they're racing through so much of the video game storyline material really quickly, so I'm a little bit unsure as to what storylines they can have in the potential future sequel movies. But that being said, there are quite a lot of spin-off games that they can borrow storylines from as well, and actually it is really exciting as the wider Sonic world boasts so many wicked characters, so I can't wait to see all of them appearing in future Sonic movies. But as far as the second film is concerned, the storyline is absolutely awesome. And speaking of awesome characters, there are some wicked ones in this movie, so let's go through them one by one. So first up, of course, we have the phenomenal Ben Schwartz returning, voicing the role of the anthropomorphic Sonic the Hedgehog character, and he just does such a good job. I love how he really captures his recklessness, his innocence, his immaturity, and the carelessness right in the beginning of this movie, and how he is a little bit of a child when he just has to learn a lot of lessons at the start of this film, but then the journey that he goes on and the adventure that he goes on is just absolutely wicked, and you can really tell that the Sonic the Hedgehog character has a true pure heart of gold, and he just wants to do the right thing across this movie the whole time, even in really dire circumstances. Absolutely incredible. I feel like he's such an inspirational role model, and I love how he's always got such a brilliant, positive and carefree attitude, which I feel like a lot of people can actually learn and get inspired by. And I really feel like I keep saying, it's so video games accurate. For example, his true pure friendship with the Tails character, his rivalry with the Knuckles character, and the true head-to-head relationship that he also has with the Eggman Robotnik character as his true enemy. And I feel like they use speed really, really well in this movie. Sonic is just such a powerful character in the video games, and I feel like it's realized so brilliantly on the big screen. And like I keep saying, Ben Schwartz just does such a good job in really, truly bringing to life this really fantastic character. Next up, we have Jim Carrey, who is so good as well as the evil mad scientist, Dr. Robotnik and Eggman. And I absolutely love how Sonic the Hedgehog really is his arch nemesis, and he is just so hell-bent on not only destroying him, but also taking over the world. And the way in which he uses the Knuckles character to escape Mushroom Planet and to return to Earth, and the way in which he gets back his coffee-making apprentice as well. I feel like this movie is just capturing this character so well. And Jim Carrey just epitomizes the Dr. Robotnik evil mad scientist so well, especially with his brilliant sense of humor and his massive mustache. I feel like Jim Carrey does such a good job as Robotnik, and the journey that he goes on through this movie as well is really, really impressive. We've also got Idris Elba entering into this movie as the awesome Knuckles character. I love that even in the first movie, the first few sequences, they were setting up a bit of a backstory with all of the echidnas, and they really give Knuckles true motivation in this film. But obviously he's really not from Earth, so I feel like Idris Elba is really able to play on the fact that this character is really entering a brand new world and has his own personal motivations and reasons for why he personally wants to defeat Sonic the Hedgehog. We've also got Tails in this movie, and the only character to have the voice actor from the video games reprising their role in the movie. And I feel like this character is so good, and you can really see why this character is just so driven and motivated to be best friends with the Sonic the Hedgehog character. Really looks up to him in the exact same way that he does in the video games. And I love that they gave a bit of a backstory for why Tails is coming onto this planet, and they really do also keep the thread that you see in the video games that Tails is a brilliant tech expert, and all of the gadgets that he is creating in this movie is just realized so brilliantly, especially by some of the human characters, which is absolutely hilarious. Speaking of which, we've got James Marsden, who is back as a Tom Wachowski character. The humans are less involved in this movie, which I think is a really good thing actually, as they were able to focus a lot more on the video game authenticity. But that being said, he is a bit of a parental figure for Sonic the Hedgehog, and I absolutely love the relationship that they do show with these two characters, that he is able to teach Sonic a lot and really does care for Sonic as well. And there are some wicked sequences, especially at the wedding with the Tom Wachowski character. We've also got Tico Sumpter returning as Tom's wife in this movie, and she is also a bit of a parental figure towards Sonic the Hedgehog, and I love how she is a lot more chilled in this film. And we've also got her sister, played by Natasha Rothwell, and honestly, she is just absolutely hilarious. True comedy gold sequences played by Natasha in this movie. Literally my entire cinema complex were in hysterics for the way in which this character was doing certain things in her wedding sequence. Absolutely hilarious. And so from a cast and character's point of view, I feel like both the voice actors and their live action counterparts were just playing all of their roles so brilliantly and so seamlessly, bringing these two universes together so fantastically in the second Sonic the Hedgehog movie. So from a visuals point of view, the second Sonic the Hedgehog movie is just absolutely unbelievable. They have totally smashed it with all of the visuals that they have in this movie. So first of all of the characters look absolutely incredible, truly unbelievable. I'm so glad that we had the redesign, as they are really video games accurate. Like I said, just integrate into the live action world so brilliantly. All of the powers that all of the different characters are able to execute, all of Tails' flying, all of Knuckles' gliding and punching, all of Sonic's super speed, all of Eggman's technology, all of Tails' technology as well. Everything just looks so good. And then on top of that, we have some wicked sequences. For example, all of the snowboarding, the flight that we have in Tails' helicopter, and we have all of the battles with all of the machinery, all of the massive Eggman technology as well looks absolutely incredible. And of course, this is based on an incredibly popular and very successful video game franchise, and they have tried to include all of the video game aspects as much as possible in this movie, and they do it really, really well. So for example, there is one sequence where they go to a bit of a temple, and it really does feel like you're playing a bit of a video game with all of the little booby traps that take place in this temple and the Master Emerald that all of the different characters are trying to hunt towards. It's really, really cool. So I feel like from an adventure cinematography perspective, this movie looks absolutely incredible, really, really epic, and really, really vibrant as well. I feel like that's a really important point actually, as the video games are so vibrant with all of those really colourful characters, and I just feel like it pops and comes alive so brilliantly, especially on the big screen. So from a visual spectacle point of view, this movie is absolutely wicked. So from a comparisons point of view, this is easily one of the best adventure movies that I have seen in a very long time. I don't think it's as good as Pirates of the Caribbean or Tintin, but I think it's so much stronger than the first movie, Detective Pikachu, Mario, anything that Mario has created. Sonic is absolutely a lot more stronger than. I feel like it's a lot more stronger as well than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, than Power Rangers, so much better than all of the Transformers movies, and much better than the recently released Tom and Jerry movie as well. So I feel like from a comparisons perspective, the Sonic the Hedgehog sequel is just absolutely extraordinary. So overall, I'm sure you can tell I absolutely loved and had such a good time with the second Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I think they did such a good job in taking all of the video game source material and adapting it into a brand new storyline narrative really, really well. Like I said, so video game faithful, and I just feel like all of the storylines, all of the characterizations, all of the visuals, all of the multiple storyline threads that they had in this movie never felt too stuffed, but felt really, really expansive. And I'm just so excited to see where on earth this franchise is now going to go next, especially as the creators have said that the future installments won't necessarily follow everything that you've seen in the video game. So I'm really, really excited to see what on earth is going to happen in the future. And like I said, I will be doing a separate review video where we'll be looking at all of the spoilers in this movie and really exploring what could happen next, and a separate video on all of the Easter eggs from this movie as well. But as far as this movie is concerned, I have to give it a massive 8 out of 10. Now I'd love to hear what you thought of the second Sonic the Hedgehog movie, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.